Can man harness the lightning? Abso-fucking-lutely. We know that. Can man fly? Pretty sure. Most men haven't tried to fly. Most men haven't tried to walk through walls. If you want to try to walk through walls, first you need to begin practice. You will probably bump your head into the wall. Do not be alarmed. Like with all practicing, you got to start where you know you ain't got no training. This is a firestone. This is for the fire-wheeled child. The fire-wheeled child wields the firestone. And with it, he beats and destroys demons. And they are made quick work of. This is a real thing. There is a fire-wheeled child. He's been born. I'm pretty sure he's a friend of mine. He's a little kid. Does that mean that this is partially for him? Absolutely. Abso-fucking-lutely. The sky is ominous, and it's about to rain. We have bees. And a beehive. And I try to beehive myself. But I don't want to get sidetracked. I want to share the mysteriousness. You see here, this is the firestone. What makes it a firestone? It's because it's actually a bezoar stone. Bezoar stone is it's like a kidney stone. You would have it in your body. Looks very Saturnian, doesn't it? There used to be giants on the earth, and these giant animals, the ones that were on the earth in the ancient times, that died over this way at the aggregate place. There is an aggregate place. It's Texas Aggregates. Those are where this stone comes from. Now, this stone, has broken apart, and it's quite amazing. I like to give a shout out to my buddy Corey for gifting me this stone. I'm sorry, I'm getting the effect already. As you can see, I've got the wing already forming itself on my arm. So can man fly? Yes, man can fly via these stones. They're minerals, alchemical, gold, whatever you want to call it. I mean, but definitely figure out what you want to call it. I'm not telling you what to call it. I'm saying you need a name for it. Like, I have some friends in this town. At least we are friends. I remain a friend. And what keeps me a friend? The fact that I'm aware of the people's lives, and they're aware of my life. And they seek me out at certain times. Now, there's a pun intended, because when I stalk myself, I cause this where I'm seeking myself and it's uncomfortable. You know, so that's a real feeling. You should be able to discern your uncomfortableness, which means you need to have good communicative skills. You should be tested. You should have a group of people that can check on you to make sure you're okay, that you haven't gone far, you haven't left the fucking reservation. Don't leave the reservation. By all means, have reservations. Just don't leave the reservation. And I'm a gifted child myself. And I do mean savant gifts. I've got them. I use them. By the sweat of my brow, I do. So these things I do not joke about. In fact, these are very serious matters. Do I like rummaging through the dirt? Not always, but I find that lighting this fire, because we have to burn our trash, our community gang stalking program excludes our place. They pick up the neighbors who we are friends with. I'm sure they take these people's trash too. But us, no. Whatever, and I did see the effect happen on the, what do you call it? The trash company, whoever they are in Bastrop, Texas, that services this area, is definitely a gang. I mean, they're a community group that is probably too nosy and probably into all kinds of other shit, like how the homeowners association gets, and stuff that people are familiar with. Now, when I leave the reservation, in regards to where I can leave it, it has to do with what's not my business. Well, as a practicing my whole life magical being, I'm already sort of fucked in the part of my language. I try to be a better linguist. I am a kind of linguist. What I'm trying to say, let me say it, not spray it, is that I don't feel like I'll ever own land. Like a Levite, my inheritance is with the Lord. Now, my father prayed for me to have this inheritance, and I've had to wrestle it back with Jacob wrestle the angel style, and it wounds you. In this case, instead of wounding me in my leg, I've got the wound of the abandonment of affection by the nearest of kin, called wife, person, or just casual sex would be nice. But I get a blast zone around me that I can share, and with love, and shout out to my friend Courtney, who helps me rein it in. And I'd like to thank the dog, a little fluffy white dog. I seen him over here. Dogs are Syrians. So there. Shout out to Sirius. Thank you, Sirius, for helping one man discern the true from the false, the short term from the long. And that's all I got.